All right, let's begin this. I got some apple juice and I am fucking fired up.
All right, good day, Brutal Planet listeners. This is Eric, and today I am joined by the Duke of Spook,
Woo!
Mr. Motherfucker,
Woo!
and the crew of Wednesday 13. Welcome, you guys.
Yes, we are here. We are after our show. It's the full band minus our drummer, who had to go to the hospital earlier.
Is he doing all right?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Mental hospital?
I'm just trying to.
He's dead.
No, he's totally awful. He's not. He's not.
He's just asleep.
Yeah, he dies every night and he comes back. It's amazing.
So we've got Troy, Roman, and Wednesday here.
And we got Jack over there.
Jack here, please,
he's
Jack,
kind
come
of
on, Jack.
today. Jack is kind of what we like to call mysterious.
I'm physically here, but not so much.
Yeah. He chimes in on stuff when it has to deal with news, like politics, bombs, rapes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Murders,
Acquisitions.
accidents.
Acquisitions numbers,
But
So-
anyway, yeah.
So congratulations on the new album, you guys. Kicks ass.
Thank you.
Um, It made my top 10 for the year.
Thank you.
We like top tens.
Top 10,
Yes.
yeah.
It's always a good place to be in. Top 10.
So it's very much a concept album.
Kind of. It kind of turned out that way, I guess.
You guys,
If the concept is death,
yeah, I mean, why not?
yeah.
And you guys were able to wrangle a good number of guests on it. How
Yeah.
did you guys like?
A plethora.
Did you have an idea of who you wanted, or you just see them and say, hey, you want to join us on our album?
I think it's what it's been. It was like the people that we got on this has been like every record. There's probably every record we've recorded since Calling All Corpses. I know he and I have sat around like, oh, it'd be cool to get this guy on this or this guy on this. Like I was going to get David Vincent from Morbid Angel to do Condolences, because I thought he had the next best voice next to Peter Steele, but that was another guy that just did. And we always have ideas. Man, we should cover "Rip It Out" by Kiss, or we should do a Wasp song. That was something that was going on for 4 or 5 years, and finally Kyle did a demo of it, and we're like, all right, we can pull that off. And I honestly, that was so surprised of the record. I was so surprised how that song turned out. I was like, damn, this sounds cool.
Cool.
It did turn out
It
awesome.
turned out awesome. And we didn't have to do anything except just play the way we play. But yeah, man, it was like I said, it was every year we have different people we'll bring up. We don't know if it'll ever work, but like Alice, he's always came up. He was going to do the Skeletons intro years ago.
Oh, was he? Okay.
But that was back when no one had like recording equipment on their telephone and cool shit like you have.
Yeah.
So to get him into a studio was the money we didn't have, and then Murder Dolls, he was going to be on the intro for the last record, and then that didn't happen. So when it came around for this, I'm like, well, you know what? 3 times a charm. Let's fucking see if I can.
Uncle Alice.
Let's see if I can have it, and he did it. And plus, we became friends over the years. It wasn't just like calling a stranger. So that was the coolest part. But as far as everyone else, with the exception of Christina, is the only person that we don't know or have I did shows with her back in the day. But Alexi, I've known him for a while now. I did a song on Children of Bodom's record. And Jeff from Anti-Scene, he's like my old friend from North Carolina. And then Roy from Stone Sour, I've known him for years in different bands, and he got in touch with us through AC and was like, hey, I heard Wednesday's doing a record. If he needs any like cool keyboards or cool sounds, let me know. And I had no idea. I just knew Roy was a killer drummer.
Yeah.
No idea that he did all that shit. And I talked to him on the phone, told him what I was into. He sent me back a picture of the main keyboard we used, and he's got an original William Shatner, Michael Myers mask like just over it.
Nice.
And it's the Prophet 10 keyboard that John Carpenter used on his first 5 films. It's not the actual keyboard, but it's that model.
Yeah.
So he was like, what sound's this? And he would like hit this, like, oh fuck, that's the fog. And then that's that.
Nice.
So you could hear, because those sounds were already, they were in there. So in the middle of Necrophase, when it I guess where a solo would be when it goes back to the na na na. You hear that? That's the sped up version of the Fog that you hear in the intro of the Fog. It's the exact same sound.
Nice.
It was I was like, we got to have the Fog on it.
Yeah.
So there was certain, and at the end of Bring Your Own Blood, it's the exact sound that Michael Myers picks that nurse up with the scalpel and holds her in part 2.
Yeah.
And it was so loud in the original mix, I pulled it down because I knew it so well, and I was like, somebody's going to hear it. But it's not. It's not a sound it's a sound on the thing.
Yeah, it's not.
So
Yeah.
But yeah, so we used a lot of different stuff like that, and it worked out killer. It just, like, for me, I like records. I've always liked records that I can just close my eyes and get an escape into, and I want to create this world for people. And as the older we get and doing more records, we're getting more comfortable with what we're doing, and I don't know, it's cooler and it's not for everybody, but, like, you know, we can, our visual and our thing is thought about as much as our music.
Yeah.
It's not thought about first, but it's definitely a part of the stuff we do. Like, it has to me, it has to be that way.
So you talk about people you brought onto your album, and you did a song with the 69 Eyes.
Yes, I did. Yes.
And Last House on the Left, and that was a...
Yeah, I just heard the final version of that. It turned out really cool. They added a new keyboard line. And did I tell you
Did
that?
they?
Yeah.
It was because I only had the rough version.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I didn't hear the new thing till like the other day. I was like, that sounds really good. So, but yeah, we're going out with them in a couple weeks. We've toured with them. I took them to England for their very first tour, and they took us to Germany and exposed us in front of their fans. And I mean, I've heard about 69 Eyes when they were a glam band.
Yeah.
And like fanzines and stuff when I was a kid, you know. So it's always fun when we hang out. Yerky, the singer, and I always play hair metal trivia every,
do you really?
every day, yeah. So,
like, just like what, name that song?
well, he'll come in and go, okay, what is Tammy Down's middle name? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
And I don't give a shit.
You know, but I'll tell you what the third song on the first album is.
Yeah.
Ask the real question.
Yeah.
You know, but he gets like, oh, here you go, I got you this London Choir Boys hat. You know, it was just, it only cost like $1,000.
So
But
that tour starts, what,
Soon.
January?
Yeah, we basically get to go home and deal with Christmas and all that stuff, and it's pretty much ready to go back. But it's just long enough. It's kind of like this whole year has been. I say that earlier in the year, it was cool. It was like we got to go home for 3 weeks, and then
I'll bet you.
oh,
Wifey.
wife time. See, look, this is what love looks like.
Yeah.
If you want to see it, you don't see it that
My
often.
bag.
Fuck your bag.
Bag like it's stolen.
So Roman's wife just showed up.
Yes, they haven't seen each other.
And she just picked him up off the ground.
Yeah. Oh, they have just conceived their first child. I named that child today. I've already forgot his name.
Quadlisius?
Damien?
No, I named the baby today.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, she is going straight for a-hole. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Charles.
Hi.
That jacket looks cool.
So you guys hit the road. You guys have been on the... How long have you been on the road?
All year long.
All fucking years.
Yeah, all
Very
year
long
long.
travel.
Hello.
Hello, dear. How are you?
I'm great.
Hi.
Hi.
We're doing an interview. We're just hanging out.
Yeah.
So you get to be a part of the interview now.
Yeah.
We've been touring since...
January.
No, we did.
Cradle, right?
That started
Yeah.
in March.
Did it?
We
My
were
brains are
recording in
fried.
January. We did Ozfest.
Yeah.
We did that week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Then you came in,
Right.
and then we spent doing mixes and everything. Then we went on tour with Cradle.
All right.
Then we came back home, and then we went out with the first leg of Static X and Devil Driver. Then we came home. Then we went to Australia. Then we came home for 2 weeks. Then we went to Europe for 4 weeks. And we just... Then we came home for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and we've been out here for 5 weeks.
Wow.
So
And then you're gonna go home for 3 weeks and then be out on the road again.
yes,
Yeah.
but we have a little bit of time off after that as far as like playing live. That's when I'm gonna film everything I want for our headline tour
Okay.
next year.
Okay.
And so yeah, we're gonna start headlining in August in the States,
Nice.
and so everything that people like for the past 2 years we've been a support band. We did that on purpose to get out in front of different people
Yep.
because Wednesday 13's been touring since 2004, and we've always been a headline band for financial reasons. And you know, the past 2 years we went out with Cradle of Filth and John Five and Combi Christ,
Combi Christ.
and we had Devil Driver earlier this year
Yeah.
that brought in a super metal audience. It was cool. With Static X, so many people haven't been out here since Wayne was and the
Yeah.
band was together. So you know, so a lot of those fans are they get into the, I guess, the heaviest of the stuff we have. But still, we got some influence of that era. You know, like Static X, I could hear stuff of us
Oh yeah.
and like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Same as White Zombie and all
Yeah.
that, and Prong and all those bands with the down-tuned stuff. So,
But I have noticed in the tours that I've seen of you guys that you do kind of cater your tours to when you've been support
To the audience.
To the audience.
Yeah.
I mean, the Combi Christ tour is a little bit different.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Well, you know what?
We have a
I
big
would have
enough catalog to.
going.
Yeah.
Thinking back to Combi Christ, that would have totally changed everything. I'd have went straight. I'd have went more. We'd have did like I Love Watching You Die. We'd have did more of the.
Yeah.
But again, at the same time, I think originally I probably said that, and then I went, I don't want anybody thinking we're a fucking dance band. So here comes Rambo. Sorry. So that was probably my thoughts on it. But we could have catered to that. For Cradle of Filth, we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So we just kind of went in with, you
Very
know.
good received.
But it
Was
went
it
over
well
great.
received?
Honestly,
Yeah.
we could have did anything we wanted. I think it would have worked with Cradle of Filth.
Yeah.
Their crowd was so.
They're very eclectic. Of
Yeah, they're
what
into
they
it.
like. That's kind of
Yeah.
what's cool. Because
They-
you know, they're not black metal.
Yeah.
They
Really
like everything.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cradle of Filth covers a broad spectrum of everything, so that
Yeah.
was cool. The Static X crowd has been fun for me personally, is from doing. I mean, I've been playing in bands since I was 15 and trying to scare the local bar and being a shock rock band or trying to do stuff, and even in Murder Dolls trying to do stuff to get people's attention. And I noticed this year with Cradle of Filth when we started adding the colors, it was just like people were looking. I could just see it instantly. They were looking at us different, and that just made me go, "Oh, I can give it to you now."
Yeah.
You want, and then we just so over the year that was an accident. That was me walking around Walmart stoned and bought some green paint. Said I'm gonna paint myself like an alien, and I did it, and everybody loved it. And
And the lights, with the lights, it shows up.
it's,
It's amazing.
Well, we worked it into it, so
Yeah.
it was kind of like literally just something. I said I'm gonna paint myself weird tonight, and then it became, hey, why don't we all start wearing? And then it became like, oh, now we're like a gang of space villains, and we all got stripes and levels, and we're all corporals and majors, and yeah, it's
It's a
real
little bit more
silly.
interesting to fucking look at.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Visual.
Yeah, I mean,
as
like
well as
like
music.
we're both Kiss nerds, and
Right.
and he could probably same with me. It's like this. I was looking at a picture of Gene Simmons today, back when he was before he talked.
Right.
He's fucking evil, dude. He's a badass, you know. And it was like that to me set a standard pretty high. And even Alice back in the day, he
Yeah.
looked scary. And so I want to give a presence with people, and whether they're our fans or not, I want them to leave with an impression or just thinking like, wow, it may not be my thing, but man, those guys put on a show, because it is like watching a theater production.
It is.
It's like,
It is.
Like it normal.
you know, I want to start, but
That one.
that's what it's going to turn into. It's
I
going
don't
to
even
be a
need the
rock and
stuff.
roll horror
Let me
movie,
just take a
and
sports
people are
bag.
going to get to
Just
be,
take
they're going to watch characters with it. It's going to. I hope I haven't put my foot in my mouth, but I see it.
Well, no, I
can do it. I know I can do this.
Because I think back to like the Welcome to My Nightmare tour with Alice
Well, it's
Cooper.
exactly that modernized.
Yeah, I mean, and back then they had that little slit in the curtain, and he would disappear, and then the movie would start.
That's exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it
That's-
with. I'm either going to do that. I might do that, but we may do it with LED walls,
Oh, okay.
just to give it a different feel. It's exactly where I got it from. Alice is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he's the intro on the record. I blame him for everything. He's still like my favorite band. I don't get tired of the old music. I still listen to it. I'm still learning from him. I'm still watching. I was watching the old video with I guess it was the Made for TV with Vincent Price.
Yeah.
And just watching him get lowered down in a cauldron on Devil's Food, and all these chicks are dancing around. I'm like, I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
But I'm going, but I could do this on stage.
Yeah.
I could be loaded into a cauldron, like, or some hot witches hanging out and stirring me up, and I come out like, there's so many ideas, like,
Yeah.
but I want to do stuff, even though it's all inspired by Kiss and Alice Cooper. I'm not trying to do their thing. I'm not going to
No.
chop my head off in that way.
Well, the thing is
I mean, it's going to come off.
Exactly.
It's going to come off.
there's ripping off, and then there's paying homage to it. And I think, you know what I mean? And
He knows that.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows that he knows that we're huge fans. So anything is done in spirit of that, and I always think about that stuff too. Even with like Manson, he's a friend of mine, and I don't ever try to. They're both of those guys were big parts of,
Yeah.
and I don't think I would do what I do without having them. And but I also don't want to steal their thing.
Yeah.
And they both know that I appreciate that, and I think that's why they're friendly with us. They've let us tour with them,
Yeah.
and but yeah, man, it's a cool thing, especially when you got your heroes that like you or know who the fuck you are. That still blows my mind sometimes.
so since we're coming up on Friday the 13th this week,
Yes.
I thought it would be a fun thing to do some Friday the 13th trivia,
It's perfect.
because I know that I share a lot of I'm a big 80 horror movies guy.
Yes.
And I know you are, so I came up with
I try
some
to be.
questions.
All right.
Troy, are you 80s? Are you a horror movie guy?
He's got Sammy Kerr on, so he's got
Okay, all right,
he's
all
got
right.
knowledge and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I've
okay.
got not as much knowledge as this
Okay.
bitch, but, yeah.
So we'll start with I got a few questions, and
right.
first one, what is the killer's name in the first Friday the 13th?
His mom. She
Yeah.
was Pamela
Yeah.
Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah, you got it,
Yeah.
Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah, I got a couple figures to that old lady.
All right, number 2. What is the name of the actor who plays the little boy in Friday the 13th Part 4?
Oh, that's fucking fucking Feldman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Lost Boys with
Yeah.
Frog Brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was cool in that. That's my favorite Friday the 13th.
Is it?
Yeah, Tom Savini did the effects in it. It's my favorite. It's just the coolest one.
Okay. So, which Friday the 13th film character included a telekinetic girl?
That would be part 7, and that was the girl that
Yes.
What's up, Miss
I
Blue?
believe
Oh,
she moved
Hey.
Jason to the water,
Oh, yeah.
and
With the chains on.
She
it.
had that was that called the New Blood?
Yep, the New Blood.
Good boy.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that in the theater. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason finally got fucked with.
Yeah.
And so, bonus question on addition to that is, what was that character's name in the movie?
I do not know, but I do know that is Kane Hodder's first appearance as Jason.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I did not know that till I interviewed him. I thought he was the original guy.
Tina Shepard was her
I
name.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite movie.
Okay.
I really
Yeah.
I'll watch 6 just to watch Horseshack get killed. From Welcome Back Kotter.
Oh yeah. But I mean,
And then I'm kind of out.
but what about I mean, my favorite part of 6 is when
the head to the thing
Through the
That's
motor-
great.
yeah, that's
I wanna
great.
Do, I want to do that live too.
Do you?
Somehow.
Oh, yeah,
It might
that'd
be
be
his
awesome.
face.
It's probably gonna fucking be.
you can do it with latex, even like
Yeah.
a latex kind of a.
I'll take that over the monkey suit.
Hey, I want to get that fucking razor blade boomerang from Rogue Warrior.
I'm all right with
When the
that.
crowd's going to talk shit now.
I
Or
got this
raise your
boomerang.
hands.
Raise your Let me see your horns.
Let Now it's a sausage party. Later, mic drop.
So,
Yeah.
part 6.
Yes.
What has Camp Crystal Lake name been changed to in that one?
Oh fuck. Because it had been a while. Because Tommy had to do his thing in part 5 and
Yeah.
waste time.
Yeah.
But he had. I don't think I know it. I don't know.
It's Camp Forest Green.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
This is another tough one. So,
All right.
okay. So another tough one. What is the name of the dog that went through the window in part 4,
Oh,
the final
shit.
chapter?
Oh, fuck. I just watched it the other day and he was yelling for that dog.
So I'll give you the bonus question too. What kind of dog was it?
Was it like Cujo?
No, it was a golden retriever.
No, it's a
Okay.
retriever.
Yeah.
Fucking wasn't Sandy or some fucked
I
up.
know.
Gordon was the dog's
Gordon.
name.
Gordon. God damn it.
Okay, so which Friday the 13th does David Cronenberg make an appearance in?
Goes to hell?
Yeah. Well, I mean 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the doctor.
Yeah,
Okay. And then Friday the 13th, which one does Jason trap a girl in her sleeping bag and then bashes her against the tree?
Oh, that was the remake. Wasn't that the remake?
That was in 7, the New Blood. But
They remade it.
Yeah,
They did the same
yeah.
thing with the sleeping bag. Okay.
But,
Yes.
but when he did it in the sleeping bag when they were in outer space, it was
Yes.
a hologram, right?
Kane Hodder
Yeah.
told me that was his favorite kill scene.
That was
of all
awesome.
time, was to
Those
beat
two
that girl
chicks.
against a tree. Yeah, he told me that. So yeah, I remember that. I know they redid it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So in Friday the 13th, which Friday the 13th does Jason decapitate 3 people in one blow?
In one blow. It's got to be in a later one. Is it a Jason X?
It's the 6th one.
He does it in one-
Remember the 6th one? He does it with those paintball guys. Remember the
That's right.
Remember the
God damn.
paintball guys that are coming out and they're playing their game
Yeah.
and he
I need to. I watched 3 and 4 the most. I need to get. I thought I knew 6 pretty well too. I guess I don't.
Okay, and then what comedian plays the first man killed in Friday the 13th, the final chapter?
The comedian.
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh. Famous comedian.
Yeah. Well, and so I'll give you the bonus question was name the famous movies series that he's known for. He's from the Police Academy movie.
Right.
Oh shit.
Bruce.
It's not. When I hear Police Academy, I think straight to fucking Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, you do?
And
It
Booger.
wasn't Goop.
And it wasn't Booger.
No fucking. God damn it.
Not Michael Winslow.
No.
I know my Police Academy.
It's
people.
Bruce Naylor.
Okay.
And he
That's right.
and he actually in the movies he plays Sergeant Doug Fackler.
Fackler.
Fackler, yeah.
Ah, God damn it! I do know that.
Yes.
He's having sex with the chick in the room.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
and the hand comes out, and
Yep.
he says, "Holy God damn it! Holy Jesus jumping Christmas shit!" So I get credit for that for knowing
Yes,
that. I know what you're talking about. It is Fackler.
So
Yeah, Fackler. Fuck.
the last question is what is the name of the ship on Friday the 13th Part 8 Jason Takes Manhattan?
Oh God. Dude, I've only seen that one a couple times. It's
I think
funny.
I've seen it once.
The
Yeah.
USS Manhattan.
It's the Lazarus.
Oh,
Lazarus.
I didn't know.
So now I thought it would be fun just in addition to that, since we were talking Friday the 13th,
Yes.
the next day after Friday the 13th is Saturday the 14th.
Which was a cool movie.
Which was a cool movie.
Yeah. I didn't
So-
understand it at first, and I went, "Oh, that's funny." Okay.
You think Friday the 13th is bad? Wait till Saturday.
So I've just got a couple questions for that one.
Yes.
Shit.
What year was that originally made?
Saturday the 14th would have been made in
82, 83.
81, 82.
81.
Ah, all right.
Yes.
And then this is a tough one, but it's a cool one. Who was the producer of that movie?
Of
Saturday 14th.
was it it wasn't like the famous like
It's a chick.
Yeah.
not Laverne and Shirley somebody was it? Was it her? Am I getting her mixed up?
Yeah.
We were talking-
So I'll give you a hint.
All right.
She's married to a famous movie maker director. Julie, if I say her last name, it'll give it away. Corman.
Oh, Roger Corman.
Yeah, Roger Corman's
Okay.
wife.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And you know he's from Death
Yes.
Race 2000
Oh,
and
yeah,
Galaxy
yeah.
4 and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so that was the Friday 13th questions I have for you guys. So.
I think we did okay.
Yeah, you did really
yeah,
good.
when I heard like I know police, I've been watching Police Academy a lot. So
What about this in the fridge?
Well, you guys, I appreciate your time and
Thank you.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for,
thanks for doing a fun
the
interview.
questions
Normally we
that-
have to do stuff and do interviews that are. I'd honestly say I might rather go to the dentist
Yeah.
sometimes than do some of these fucking interviews. They're that painful. Just because people don't read the info, but you know,
And the part of the problem is they're not fans.
yeah,
You know,
you
it's,
know, but still, it's like if I was going to interview.
Necrofacer?
If I was going to interview somebody, I would at least look up who the fuck they were,